Our presentation contains information about human trafficking in Russia and how there is minimal effort to control it. The reason why Russia has dropped to this level of watch is mainly due to the terrible case of human trafficking. Human trafficking is when somebody is geographically relocated against their will to be forced into labor or other things. There are different types of trafficking, two examples being labor and sexual. Back in June 2013, Russia, China, and Uzbekistan were downgraded from their Tier 2 watch list to the Tier 3 watch list, which is the lowest ranking possible. What a third-tier country essentially is a country that does not fully comply with the law's minimum standard for citizens and does not show any effort on fixing it. A Tier 3 ranking under the law says that the United States has the right to withhold non-humanitarian and non-trade-related foreign assistance to that country. Men are being trafficked for labor because many people do not want to do the hard work themselves and they rely on trafficking males. Women are being forced into sexual trafficking because they are looking for jobs. Some may see one on the newspaper that pay well, but end up getting sabotaged while trying to receive the job. Russia is not a capitalist society, therefore it is more difficult for women to find jobs. This causes problems like prostitution because they are more susceptible to being trafficked. Most countries under third-tier watch don't have the money, have higher priorities in their list, or the government is unstable to help fight the issue. Russia, on the other hand, has no excuse. Again, being the origin of where trafficking actually started, Russian traffickers have learned easier and cheaper ways to transport humans. In Russia, it all started with the collapse of the Soviet Empire and the demolition of the Berlin Wall. The post-communism transition was hard for the country and they did not adjust well. It took Russia all the way to 2004 to declare human trafficking to threat the national security. The underdevelopment of human trafficking laws and the unwillingness of victims to step forward and press charges makes trafficking a low-risk crime with a high reward. Research on this subject in Russia is scarce and only started in the past decade. It is hard to do research on this because it is a criminal activity and nobody is trying to get caught or hurt. Russia borders European and Asian countries, so many people who are being trafficked are sent to those places for labor. Law enforcement reported crimes of human trafficking in places such as hotels, saunas, brothels, and other locations. There is a high level of tourism here, therefore it attracts traffickers looking to take women for sexual reasons. They also like to target people with money because that gives them a better chance of getting a ransom deal. The reason that this has become such a problem is due to several different things, including the complete collapse of the social safety net and the extreme fall in the economic system. After the fall of the old government, Russia has hidden a lot of secrets and has increased the murder rate higher than the US. There are multiple factors that contribute to people getting roped in by human trafficking, and some of them are listed. The individual characteristics, the relationships they hold, the community they live in, the society's reactions. Females orphans in poor nations are most likely to be taken for trafficking. These different characteristics are guaranteed to be exploited to try and keep workers in check. The use of authority spreads even to the foreign military forces with sex workers. The poster serves as a warning to soldiers not to engage with sexual workers, and they have consequences if performed. There are many red flags to raise when dealing with possible traffickers, a major one being the lack of knowledge they have on where they are. Another warning is them being in possession of items that seem to normally not be afforded by a normal citizen. Human trafficking gathers about $31 billion annually because it is hard to maintain all the people captured and keep them hidden from the government. Russia, being the largest country, not only contains the highest percentage of human trafficking, but is also the origin of trafficking. They've created a new way of spreading slavery throughout the country for a cheaper price, which gives them more of a revenue for profits. The second largest destination for migrants to go into is Russia. Since there is numerous number of people entering Russia, traffickers will make use of the situation and capture as many people as they can. Being the origin of trafficking, Russia receives and exploits different races from all over the world. With the power of these traffickers, they have gained the ability to trade and sell humans through all of Russia and the surrounding countries. Although in recent years tensions have been high between the United States and Russia, the country adopted a legislation which made trafficking illegal. Getting caught can cost up to 10 years in prison. This crime is still a major problem in that country, which shows that the government needs to make changes to help improve trafficking crimes. About 0.73 of Russia's population is a victim of human trafficking. Although this doesn't sound like a high percentage, that's about 1,048,500 people. A majority of these people are women used for sexual reasons, but there are also a lot of men used for hard labor. Thank you. Is it done?